kicking-wise, as this one stays a 6-0 game. Down here's Crosby to kick it away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. Get it up past the 30. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman, muscles him off. A gain of 3, second down. And on this offensive unit, one guy that's proven himself early in the NFL is Eric Ebron.
A very reliable target for a quarterback. They always love tight ends because they're right in their sight lines. If you get it to this guy, though, he can take it the distance.
They will run again with Coleman. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, I'll worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he connects with Ebron. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matches.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Jeff Janis, the one he was looking for. And it'll be 2nd and 10. And the starting crew defensively for Detroit.
Ezekiel Ansah out of BYU. We call him Ziggy, and he knows where the quarterback is on every play.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. Caught left side, Hopkins. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The first carry now. This is Lacy. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
He'll set up the screen to Lacy. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on fourth. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility. Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
And he's brought down. They'll get 19 yards there. And the Lions are going to have a first.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. This is Coleman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Hey, go here!
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old-school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college. With all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They come out here in the eye. It's Coleman here. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Kevin Coleman with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. And he's got it up and through. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle. 23 yards on the play. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. On 1st down, Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
That's a bold strike right there, taking it downfield and putting some air on it. But how about the coverage? Able to get his hands across the receiver and bat the ball down.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
Complete to Janis. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Detroit getting set to go now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Jason Pierre-Paul. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Gun. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
A hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. Here's Sam Martin now. as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Brandon Cooks with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers have retaken the lead. So they're going to go for 2. Rodgers will throw for it. Being chased out left. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
And Detroit getting set to go now. They can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They come out here in the eye. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They begin the drive with Coleman. And some space here. Pushes over him.
Now, that's just not right.
It's a pickup of 19. And it's good enough for a Detroit first down.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw 2 tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and they ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Hey, 22! Hey, 50! Check 3, check 3.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
Jason Pierre-Paul first burst on the scene for me, headed towards his draft year. You know what I saw him doing? Like 15, 16 backflips in a row on a YouTube video.
Athlete.
Absolute athlete. And he uses that agility to slip past guys and make plays in the backfield.
That draft year 2010, 15th overall pick. To throw on second down is Stafford. His throw incomplete. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. 3rd and long, it's Stafford. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Colby Listenby, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. And the lead is now 2. After the touchdown. Out is Prater to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And that is incomplete. And the QB steps over the line of scrimmage. That's an illegal forward pass.
And that is so rare because at the different positions, you have to know different things. Wide receivers have to know where the first down line is. Quarterbacks almost always know where the line of scrimmage is.
5 wides in the game. 4 of them to the right side. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Officially that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Man, confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Here we go. 47, Mike, 47. Hey, go here. 52.
On 1st down. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now Stafford going underneath. It's Coleman. He got 29 yards that time.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
1st and goal from the 8. Here's Coleman on the toss. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Colby Listenby in the final seconds of the 1st half.
You're a crack crack of dawn, Monday morning coffee strong, pouring everything you got into a paycheck Friday night.